We took mock examinations in July 2002 after attending several sessions of reviews at Columbian and Capiba itself. On August 4, 2002, I took the examinations at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. I also took entrance examinations in other schools, such as ICU, University of Santo Tomas, and De La Salle, Las Marinas. I was disappointed when I did not make it to the University of the Philippines and the University of Santo Tomas. However, I passed examinations at De La Salle, Las Marinas, and ICU Institute of Ecology in Calamba. My parents decided to enroll me at ICU, and on June 16, 2003, I became a bona fide college student of the institute. Thailand is considered as one of the exciting tourist destinations in Southeast Asia. I was fortunate to be selected as one of the representatives of Capiba to the 8th UNESCO Affiliate Conference on Education, which was held in Bangkok, Thailand. Representatives from different countries attended the 4-day event, which focused on different concepts of education and the youth. Several speakers led discussions on the different issues on education and the other problems that millions of young people across the globe are facing. Here, we were given a chance to express our views regarding the problems of education in the Philippines. We met new friends and participated in games during this youth forum. We also visited beautiful temples, jewelry shops, coconut farm, leather shoes, and of course, a zoo. On my first international flight aboard a Lufthansa plane, I thought I would have a nightmare and I would fall and get dizzy in the plane. But it didn't happen. Thank God. We ran around Bangkok, but the weirdest thing that we did was that we bought fried insects in the street. I ate street delicacies, including grasshoppers, which tasted a little bit sweeter than peanuts. We had dinner at Nova Air's restaurant, where we ate sumptuous Thai foods, like tom yum. The most unforgettable place we visited in Bangkok was a floating market, where I bought a black Buddhist statue. I was able to haggle from 600 to 400 baht. Going to such countries as this is the most memorable experience of my high school days. My dream of going abroad finally came true, and I was able to see different places, observe different cultures, and mingle with students from other countries. I think I gained more self-confidence after this trip, and I was able to hone my skill in journal writing as well. Successfully completing 4 years of high school at Capiba took me a long way. It all started when I began studying in 1988, attending nursery and kindergarten sessions, learning basic lessons such as memorizing letters of the alphabet and playing bricks. I spent classes at the special education department to correct my bad behaviors. During my grade school year, I was mainstreamed until I became a full-time regular student with the help of my teachers and parents. I became confident in life, earned above average grades in all subjects, and mingled with friends during school activities, gimmicks, and special occasions. I learned to become independent in doing projects without seeking help from my parents and teachers. I survived the entire 4 years of studies and got high grades in all subjects and projects. Despite not passing entrance examinations at the University of the Philippines I did not lose hope in life as I worked hard on my major projects and made a lot of improvements in my subjects. As a student, I devoted enough time for my studies at home and became a good listener during our class hours. It was on March 25, 2003, when I graduated from Cabiba after spending 4 years of high school education. I was given a couple of awards, consisting of a loyalty award, among others. As I bid farewell to Cabiba, I opened a new chapter of my life at Lyceum Institute of Technology, shortly after passing the entrance examinations. After finishing almost 15 years of studies at Cabiba, I devoted another 4 years of my life at Lyceum Institute of Technology. I will be sharing you the most important highlights of my college life in the next few minutes. Getting admitted at Lyceum was not hard for me. I decided to choose AV Communication as my course because I wanted to communicate with other people through writings and broadcasting. I was warmly welcomed by the staff and crew. They greeted me every time I went to different places and assisted me in all the activities that we organized. In the AVCom batch, there were about 40 students who came from different schools in Manila, Batangas, and Laguna. The first year subjects were more like a review of high school, like algebra and general science. After the first year, some of my classmates shifted to other courses, while some of them transferred to other colleges and universities. I felt lonely because more than half of my classmates left our batch. However, I befriended several irregular students from different courses. I did not have difficulty in almost all subjects, as I got above average grades in all C-works and special assignments. We took up subjects that dealt with proper English grammar, solving logical problems, and the concepts of mass media in relation to our real world. In addition, I also took up physical education. Apart from my studies, came the different special events that were organized by LIT. Every year, during the months of February and March, the annual Lyceum Sports Fest took place. I joined the AVCom basketball team, but unfortunately, my team lost in all the games. Field trips were the most important requirements for us students. During my first 3 years, I traveled to different places throughout Laguna and Metro Manila, where we visited 3 different media-related firms to observe the processes on how newspapers were published and television shows were produced. The Reflectors served as my first campus organization during my junior days. Every meeting for 3 semesters, we took part in group activities and listened to the pastor's lectures about the different teachings of God. The 2 most notable activities were the team building activities in our ligas and the Word of the World Summer Camp, in which I met new friends and learned fresh ideas by listening to several Bible verses and youth-related topics. After a hard day's work at school comes leisure time. I wrote special features dealing with topics about education, lifestyle, and current events. I included them as part of my weekly letters to my grandparents. It was last January 23, 2006 when Lolo Eloy died. I cried a lot as we were saddened